Grand risings, grand blessings to everyone. I am sitting outside getting ready to do meditation, and I've been doing the 21 days of awakening, and for the majority of the days, I think in the exception of 2 mornings, I didn't meditate outside, but meditating outside definitely helps to center me more and create harmony and balance within myself. And I wanted to do this little short video because as I was getting dressed and moving around to do what it is that I need to do, just thinking about how we stay stuck. I have been a proponent of this conversation for a very, 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 very long time, and being stuck and how it does affect us. And when we are not aware of the metamorphosis that's taking place, or the unfolding that needs to take place, it can become very difficult. However, what I have learned is that when challenges are coming, they're coming because there is something that needs to unfold in me. It's coming because there is something that I need to probably grow up in. There's an area in my life that I'm in this low vibration, and the universe is trying to raise it. The universe is trying to get me to come out of this low vibration. And that can be in my emotions, that can be in the way that I think, because we are not aware that we live 95% of our life from our subconscious mindset, because that is the pre-programmed mind, right? And it's where, our patterns are stored. For example, have you ever been in the car and you were going to a destination, and when you got to that destination, you realized that you didn't even think about going there? You just looked up and you were there, or you were leaving from somewhere to come home and you realized, like, oh my God, I'm at home. But you didn't have to process like how that happened. That's because your subconscious mind actually drove you home. And I've had that to happen to me on a few occasions. But when you want to change and you want to come out of being stuck, things are going to come up that you don't like. And it initially seems very hard, because that is like the first breaking ground of breaking up the ground and the foundation that has been stored in your body, that has been stored in your memory. And we tend to respond in the way, or react in the way that we are familiar with. And as long as that is happening, we can't evolve. We can't go to that next level. We can't really grow, and understand, like, what is it that I need to do? We are not trained to go in and look at ourselves. That is not something that we are trained to do. We are trained to, or taught to cover. We're taught to hide. We're taught to hide behind religion. We're taught to hide behind church. We're taught to hide behind titles. But when all of those things start to break down and there's nothing left to hide behind, then it's difficult for me to really want to see myself. And as simple as it is, or as simple as it is, we make it very difficult for our growth to take place, because the seeds that have been sown, like, we don't want to pluck that up. We don't want to pluck up what has been sown. We want the change to happen without really having to do the work. Or if something comes up and it's not apropos, or we don't feel comfortable with it, then it's like, oh, well, why does this and why is that, and what is this over here? And I'm speaking from experience. But once you start to understand that this is coming, or these things are happening to make me grow and to change my mindset, because I am stuck. Sometimes people will come to me and, they're asking me a question and they're like, well, I know the answer, but then if you know the answer, why did you come? Right? One of the things that I share is like when I went to therapy, I have a background in human behavior. I have a background in sociology, social psychology, like all of this stuff, right? But when I went to therapy, you know what I did? I shut up. I just shut up. Didn't allow myself to think, didn't allow myself to whatever, because clearly I'm here because there is something that I need. Clearly I'm here because there is some understanding or overstanding I need to get. And so there is this level of, this low-key level of arrogance and entitlement that does exist that we are not willing to acknowledge, or we don't see it as low-key arrogance or this low vibration of entitlement. And so when we start to move and things are coming, kind of look at it from this space that these situations are coming to break up fallow ground, because there is something that I need to change in my mindset. There is something that I need to change in my thinking. And if you're not in a place to understand that all is unfolding as it should, then you're going to keep having this test. These things are going to keep coming until that starts to break up, until you start to break up this information that's on your hard drive, which is your body. We have a billion cells in our body, and each cell has its own memory, right? And so if we don't start to change what's on our hard drive, physically, emotionally, mentally, then we stay stuck and we do not get the opportunity to evolve. And ultimately what you will understand is that this don't have nothing to do with nobody else. This is strictly about you. And in this space, you don't get to shift the blame to other people. In this space, you don't get to blame other people. You have to take ownership for you. Bible says, work out your own soul salvation. Do your own soul work. Do your own shadow work. And this is not listen, we are no longer in the phase, turn around 3 times and go run and get your blessing. No, sit down, master yourself, master you, master your body, master your emotions, master your mental state, and evolve. We're so ingratiated with beliefs and traditions that, guess what? That in your 40s, in your 50s, it doesn't serve you. It does not serve you. And one of the reasons I started looking at my life, because I started looking at older women from that church place in their 50s and their 60s and said, I do not, please, heaven and earth, do not allow me to be in that space. I do not want to be that chick. And they're angry and they're bitter and they're resentful. And this anger is like, it comes up and it speaks, and they call it the anointing. And oh, that's God. Well, calm down. Just, you'll be all right. I'm joking, but I'm being very serious when I say what I say. And I'm just in this space where I don't care. Like, I'm healing. Like, I'm doing my soul work. I'm working out my own soul salvation. I'm not looking for anybody to do it for me. I'm not looking for a word from the pastor. And that's cool if he has one, but that's not, listen, I'm not in that space no more. You know what? I don't need this. I don't have to do that. Listen, no, Alexis, grow up. You mature yourself. You evolve yourself. You do what it is that you need to do for you. And stop putting that responsibility on other people. Like an addict. Like, no, that is not their responsibility. And in this space, when you really start to grow and really evolve in this and of mastering yourself, you don't even put that kind of effort. You don't even put that kind of pressure on other people to they need. No. You are responsible for your own happiness. You are responsible for that. You are responsible for creating your own security and stability in your body. That is not somebody else's job. And if they're able to do it, that's cool, that they're coming to contribute, but it is not their responsibility. And we have all these demands and all of this stuff and the things that we've been taught. And I'm just in this space. No, I'm going to create that space in myself. I'm going to create that stability and that grounding in myself. I'm going to create that emotional imbalance in myself. I'm going to create my own willpower in myself. I'm going to create that love and light in my heart for myself. I'm going to create my ability to speak through clearly for myself. I'm going to be able to work my intuition and my prophetic and all of that for myself. And then my connection to God is for myself. It's for myself. And when we really start to move in this space, you stop going outside to find yourself. You stop going outside of yourself to to need this or do all this other stuff. And we're big on that in a lot of spaces. Like we're big on that. I'm good over here. No, but I need to do my work. That's what I need to do. I need to do my soul work. I need to do my shadow work. I need to do the work of all the stuff that's in the shadows that I'm not cognizant about, that is causing me to miss my opportunity and my ability to grow and evolve as a person. I need to do my shadow work. All the stuff that has happened to me, that's traumatic, that was, not normal. I gotta do that work, and I have to be responsible for that. One of the things, like when you go to therapy, a common thread in that, a lot of times we're looking for apology, and a good therapist would say, well, what if you don't get one? What happens then? Right? What if you don't get the apology? What if that doesn't happen? Right? Do you stay stuck? Do you stay, mad? Do you stay, holding that energy in your body? Because being mad at that or in being angry, that energy not in their body, it's in your body. Right? That you're doing that to yourself. I think it's I don't know if it was Paul, or I can't remember which one of the disciples. Well, Paul actually wasn't a disciple, but according to the text, basically what you hold in your body, you do it against yourself. You do that against you, right? That anger, that resentment that you hold for somebody else, you doing that for you. That's in your body. And technically, at the end of the day, it's not hurting them. It's hurting you. So you got to figure out, like, these things are coming and it seems this and it seems that, like, like, what am I not learning? Like, what am I not getting? And I know that just seems like too easy, Alexis. Like, oh my God, like, what do you mean? It has to be deeper than that. No, it's not. It's not deeper than that at all. We make stuff way too hard. I used to make stuff way too hard, like make it just way too hard. And that's when Jesus said, listen, he said, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Like, it's not all of this stuff. Like, no, do your work, do your work, do your work, do your soul work, do your shadow work, and evolve as a person. And that's it. I don't have nothing else for you. I'm going to meditate. Talk to y'all later. Bye.